Okay, hello my Aries. How are you guys doing? Fun loving, outgoing. Well, maybe not always outgoing, but courageous, determined Aries. Aries with their lovely burning fire. You guys are great. I have two Aries parents, so. And my best friend from high school is also an Aries. Oh, actually, two of my best friends are Aries. Okay, so this is your monthly January 2019 reading. What's going to happen is I'm going to, put out 4 cards. It's going to go week by week. And then we'll look at what colors of the month you guys get. It's going to be a random selection of colors. However, if it's anything like the last couple of readings, they're going to be spot on. So, what feels good? This doesn't feel good. Let's see. It's a good order of cards. Ooh, that felt good, but that doesn't feel complete. You guys are Aries. You guys deserve the good stuff here. Let's see. Okay, that feels good. Alright, set this card. Fuck that card. Okay, week number 1. Week number 2. Ooh, week number 3. Okay. And the 5 of Cups for week number 4. Okay, let's put these aside. Okay, for week number 1, we have the 4 of Swords. It is reversed. However, you can take it both ways. I will be talking about it both ways as well, so no need to worry there. So the 4 of Swords reversed is basically telling you that this is maybe a time for some rest and relaxation. You know, give yourself that extra bubble bath in the morning or night if it doesn't really... Night bubble baths are way better than morning bubble baths, in my opinion. So, the 4 of Swords is rest, relaxation. It's time for maybe some healing, just kind of self-love, self-intuition. Just, kind of, I know you guys like to go, but this is a week to maybe just let things be. Let things act out, let things play out as they are. Rest and relax, Aries. You have been going in 2018 and 2019, the first week, give yourself a little bit of some me time. Take that, eat that extra bit of chocolate. Let yourself splurge a bit. Don't go overboard. Just let it sit. I know you want to keep going, to keep working, but you're really gonna benefit if you just take a couple days to just let things be. Take a day to yourself. Call into work sick and just take a day off. Rest and relaxation and restoration are your words for the first week of January. If it's not reversed, however, if you don't want to be doing reversed cards, this same thing, the same idea of rest and relaxation still applies. When it's reversed, we're resting because we may have overstressed ourselves, overworked ourselves, or maybe we're on a bit of a burnout. If it's not reversed, it's just simply meaning that this is a time to organize. This is a time to look at what you've accomplished and then reorganize your priorities to set yourself up for those new goals. This would be a great week to start a journal if you guys would like to. A great week to start maybe a bullet journal, because with a bullet journal you can create your pages, or you can buy certain books that already have the pages in for you. And you can keep track of all your goals and your priorities and things you want to accomplish. You can schedule things. You can look back and see how well you've done or what you did or didn't do a certain week or a certain day. Bullet journals or journaling in general is really going to help you in this first week. I was reading the number 4. But a journal is really going to help you in the first week. Okay, so our second week here is the Moon card in reverse. So an in reversed moon card is going to mean that you're experiencing some anxieties, maybe some fear, some restlessness, maybe a bit of panic. You're wanting to progress things and you know that you have to progress them, but maybe you're not really sure where you're supposed to be going. The moon card is telling us that by the end of the week, we are going to be looking on the positive side of things. However, the beginning of your week may be a little bit on the downside. You might be feeling a little bit more anxious than usual. You might have some fears present in your life, or maybe you're unsure, you feel a little unsteady or unstable. And I want you to know that by the end of the week, you are going to be looking on the positive side of life, because the moon card is about going from the down slope to the up slope. So you're looking at the negative side of things, but that allows you to see the positives. You have to experience that negative in order to get over to the positive. So this is a really good week for you guys, because you've had this rest and relaxation in your first week, and maybe you've got your priorities set out. But the second week, you're not really sure how to start those priorities. By the end of the week, you're going to know how to do those priorities, especially coming in here with the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. You're going to go from that down slope to the up slope. So your beginning 2 weeks of 2019 might be a little slower than you would like. They might be a little more unstable than you would like. But just know that that happens for a reason. And those good things are definitely coming upwards. You're definitely going uphill for the start of 2019. And it won't take very long. By the end of the second week, you're going to be ready to go. Another thing about the moon is that it's very good to be aware of your surroundings and be aware of what your anxieties and your fears are. Again, a great time for that new journal that you started in the beginning of January. Write down what scares you. Write down what your anxieties are. Make sure you get it out all on paper. Make sure you just get it out there, because you're going to look back on that and you're going to be thinking, okay, how can I overcome this? How can I overcome this fear that I have, or this anxiety that I have of something? How can I overcome that? This moon card is allowing you to overcome it. You're not going to get stuck by it. It is not in control of you. You are going to get over that obstacle. You just have to wait a little bit. And journaling all your thoughts and your feelings are really going to help you smooth that process out. So again, the moon card is reiterating, this is a great time for you Aries to be journaling and cataloging all of your thoughts and emotions. Really make sure you get everything down on paper. It'll help you immensely for your third week. Okay guys, for the third week here we have the 3 of Swords. Now I know I said just a couple seconds ago that you are on the down slope and that you're going to be going up on the up slope. However, the 3 of Swords, I am seeing that something might happen in your third week. Third week, in this particular card, it is just 3 swords. However, in the weight cards, it is a picture of a heart being stabbed by 3 swords. This can represent discouragement. It can be a betrayal, a rejection, hurt, pain. The third week, something's going to happen that will leave you on the down slope again. What I'm seeing is that this is separate of what you accomplish in your first and second week. This 3 of Swords does not feel in any way connected to your first 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks I feel are going to be more oriented to your career or your social life, whereas this third week here with the 3 of Swords is going to be more towards your personal and family and close relationships. There might be hurt and pain. Maybe a relative might end up in the hospital. I am seeing that someone may have a loved one. Some of you may have a loved one die. So if you have any old parents, the first 2 weeks would be a really good time to make sure that you see them and make sure that you know that they love you. Make sure I can't talk today. Okay, let's get these words out correctly because this is kind of a touchy subject. So I am seeing that in the 3rd week with the 3 of Swords that a loved one may die. Now, it's probably going to be of old age. So someone who you love dearly and maybe is definitely okay, sorry about that. Had a bit of a fiasco with the cat. So the 3rd week, I am seeing that a loved one who is old in age may pass on. So just remember that the 1st and 2nd week, those are really good times to make sure that you visit them. Make sure that they know that you love and care about them. I'm not seeing that this is going to be someone who's young who dies. This is going to be someone who has lived a really prosperous, good life, and it's their time to move on. And I'm seeing this being for Aries, that this is, maybe if you're young, your grandparents, it might be their time to move on. It won't be someone young. I can almost guarantee that. This is going to be someone older, or someone who has, even if they are young, they will have had such a great amount of knowledge within them. This is going to be someone who's really intelligent and smart, who has a lot of experiences. Even if they are young, they will have made their impact on the world, and it is time for their soul to move on. So I'm seeing some of that maybe for some of you Aries. So just make sure you're careful of that. Obviously, please keep in mind that this is a general reading. This is just for every Aries out This is for every Aries out there. So this doesn't mean that this is going to apply to you. This just means that I'm seeing that some of you may be experiencing that. So this is a general reading, so please do not panic. I'm not saying your loved one is going to die. I'm just looking into the cards and telling you how I feel about what energies I'm reading from them. Okay, so also with 3 of cards relating to the self, is that sometimes we have to get knocked down in life. There's a great quote that I have open on my laptop right now that says, sometimes life There's a great quote that I have open on my laptop at the moment, and it says, sometimes life gives us no choice. We are knocked down. But what determines one's future is the choice of whether to remain down or rise again. Take that into consideration, Aries. Okay, Aries, we're moving on here into the 5 of Cups for your 4th week. This is a week of, I hate to say it, but this is going to be another downward week. The 5 of Cups represents grief, loss, maybe a bit of despair, sadness, but also acceptance. So maybe within the maybe within the moon here, or the 3 of Swords, you might have hurt someone by accident without realizing it. I know, Aries, you tend to be a little bold and forward, and you have a tendency to kind of say it how it is and not really think about the consequences. And this 4th week with the 5 of Cups is really going to be reiterating that you may be having some regrets. You may have hurt someone, or you may have accidentally lost a friend, probably briefly, but you may have done something that you have regrets for, or, as I've said, with some people, with some loved ones passing on in the 3rd week, you may be feeling that loss and grief of losing something you hold dear to you. So this 5 of Cups within the 4th week is to kind of say that let those feelings of darkness, understand them and get to know them, because that's when you can have acceptance. The fifth, I keep saying I want to say fifth week, but the fourth week of January for you is going to be about accepting what has happened, accepting what you've done, and then hopefully moving forward from that. This reiterates what the third week here is telling us with the Three of Swords. And this is saying that while we are experiencing a period where we have some regrets and we may be feeling like we've ruined everything, you have to accept that you've done that. If you try and hide away your fears, and if you know you did something wrong, you can't cover it up. You have to accept it, take responsibility for your actions, and move on, move forward. The acceptance part here is key, especially with this being in reverse. This is the card of acceptance. It's a time to admit your wrongdoings and make them right. Because this is a learning experience. What happens here is going to be a learning experience for you, and it's going to carry on through the rest of your year. Make sure you're self-aware. I again reiterate, this is a great time to keep journaling. This whole month of January for you is going to be one of the most transformative months that you go through, because it is a process of going on that downward curve and then doing something incorrectly. You made a mistake, or someone passed on that you didn't want to pass on, or you're grieving. There's going to be some type of loss here. And the fourth week with the Five of Cups is just telling us to accept it. Accept that fact. You need to accept it and live with it and just sit with it. And when you're ready, stand back up. Take that step forward. And journaling everything that happens to you in January of 2019 is going to be essential for you. You're going to want to keep a catalog of everything that you went through, all of your thoughts and your emotions. They will help you with that process. This is going to really keep you going, Aries. We want you to move forward because you are our fire sign. Aries are the go-to people, the action people. My dad calls my mom a woman of action, and she's an Aries, and she's a bold, strong, courageous Aries. She does what she does, and she does it proudly. She does it with great courage. She's always on the move. And I know that when she started doing some journaling, it really, really helped her. And it's going to help her in this week as well. In this month as well. So, moral of the story is, get a journal. Start journaling. Trust me, it's really going to help. Okay, let's move on to selecting colors. Let's see what we have in store for Aries. Let's see here. I'm going to pick this one. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Let's see, what else do we have? We have this one feels good. Ooh, what's this? This is gold. This is a gold metallic marker. Ooh, that's gorgeous. I don't know what that sound was, but it just sounded like someone broke through my ceiling. So, be wary of that. Okay, third color. Ooh, some nice yellows. Interesting. And let's go for over here. Let's go for this one. Okay. So you guys have these, so you guys have two like teal colors. This is kind of like a sea green or a minty green. It's green and it's very light. And then we have this kind of nicer like turquoise kind of color. It's very beautiful. These are two beautiful colors that I love pairing together. We have this nice yellow, and we also have gold. Oops, we also have gold. So what I can tell from these colors is that these are the colors of the heart chakra. So I know yellow you might not consider to be a heart chakra color. However, when we combine the gold with the yellow, we get a golden yellow with more of maybe of a white undertone. And we have these bluey greens, and bluey greens can represent the heart chakra. Heart chakra is green, pink, and gold. I was hoping actually to get a pink color in this because that would have really solidified the heart chakra. So just keep in mind that your heart chakra might be on the, considering we have a bit of a downward month for you guys, you're probably going to want to make sure that your heart chakra is functioning properly, that it's fully open, and that you want it in a place where you want it to be. So these are going to be your colors. If you guys are considering, say, buying flowers for someone, go for these colors. These colors definitely represent goodness. I'm feeling good with these colors for you guys. These colors are the ones that you're going to be wanting to use, wear these colors, love these colors, own them. Just remember that this here is a gold color. So golden is going to be your color. That looks very bronze. Here, I'm going to prove it. It says gold. So those are your colors for the month. Thank you guys for watching. Aries, please know that I love you. You guys are awesome. And that it's going to get better from here, okay? It will get better. Sometimes you have to go down to go up. So just hang in there, Aries. You'll get there eventually. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.